Today we're going to take you into the USS Albacore to start our 2025 fun. We'll see you in a little bit.
Smaller propellers was a spare for the Albacore, while the other two are from the USS Jack, SSN 605, the only other U.S. submarine to have contour rotating propeller propulsion systems.
Here's the USS Albacore, whereas we're going to it. This is awesome. I've always wanted to go inside a submarine, and now I'm going to get to. I'm so stoked.
The strength to resist sea pressure at deep depths. The space in between the two hulls here made up one of the forward ballast tanks. Radioman Dave Grossnickel. I reported aboard along with Chief Pappy Powers in World War II.
Missy said she couldn't do this. Like if she had to be in this thing underwater. Okay, well, behind you, sweetheart.
Well, there's no. Holy crap. Look at the bunks in here. Super narrow. Goes to the front. Wow. This is this narrow. Holy crap. Couldn't imagine doing this. Got the power. I know, this is amazing. Fat boy couldn't do this. And then up.
I found more bedrooms.
You found more bedrooms?
Okay, come on, buddy.
Come here, Brooks.
Let's keep looking. Come on.
Look at all this. All the gauges. And then this is how you go through this one, this little bitty thing here. Oh my god.
Open the refrigerator. What do you want to eat?
Kenny, you can't be a sailor.
I can't be a sailor. Fill me.
Alright.
Oh.
Say, Cam, what do you want to eat? Want to look in there? Look at that refrigerator. It's a refrigerator.
And the galley.
It's
They ate all of
gotta
it.
push it hard. There. You can't open the door.
Excuse me, Uncle Kenny.
Are we cooking dinner?
I don't know.
This is the galley.
It's not the life for me.
Look at Elizabeth. This is me and Elizabeth in the galley of the Albacore. Holy crap. You want to cook in here? At 5,000 feet below the water?
That's okay, sister. So the way you snore, they drop you off somewhere.
That's not nice.
Because you would disturb everyone.
I'd disturb everyone.
You actually could.
There's the door to it where they seal it. My beautiful bride. Go ahead of me. Oh, and in here we'll go from the galley
Hi. Let's have some dinner.
to another bunk in here.
Let's have some dinner.
Another bunk. It's got a fold down sink.
Have some dinner? Let's have some dinner.
A little closet. Little bitty bunks. Sleeping things. Got their phone down here. Crewman's berth. And then let's go back over here. Elizabeth has found a. Oh. Going in this one.
In theory, if any of the silver was lost, the captain would have to pay the treasury for the short.
They did reading, watching movies, and card games.
This is crazy.
The pantry only accommodated one person.
Speed record for the first time.
Wow.
We had gone
We just had to try to.
Powell,
I'm not underwater. I'm not underwater. I'd have to keep telling myself that.
with a loud bang.
So tight.
Suddenly, all the lights went out.
How many people, I wonder, were on here at once? Did it say something?
See,
I don't know. I was trying to find that
That
out.
is a good
drive
question.
down the highway at 30 miles
That's
per
the
hour.
coast stateroom we were just in right there.
Wait for cake because this will be wrong.
Finally, the emergency lighting came on, and we could see our gauges.
We're just in the wardroom. This is where we've seen those movies where the captain and stuff go in there and they eat.
Better known as the Gold Line. Three bunks, Pullman sink, and a small vertical water round out the
This is an
amenities
officer's
for the
stateroom.
petty officers. The second small space is the officer's shed. A tank known as a sanitary tank located below the deck holds the shower water and refuse material from the toilet. So the tank is emptied by pressurizing it with air and blowing the contents into the sea.
Oh wow, there's another hatch below us. There.
Blowing the contents of sanitary
Ship's
tanks
office.
left some residual.
It's just a little bitty door.
Unless that pressure was vented off, the next user of the commode was in for a real surprise. It came time to flush the toilet.
Wow. And then
Most of
another.
the time we were on the surface when the tank was empty and residual pressure was released
This is the
overboard.
backup.
We were submerged.
Backup battery?
Vented into the boat. The resulting aroma was a real attention getter.
On your left, just before you enter the next compartment,
I don't
is
know
the
how you
ship's
do
radio
there,
room
Robert. You're
or
pretty
communications
tall.
center. Equipment in
You'd
this
be like
space
this.
gave both the ability to talk directly to other ships and aircraft.
This place is small.
The radio man operated the hydraulics for raising and
Small,
lowering
small,
Albacore's
small.
two radio masts.
All right, you
Please
want to take a
proceed
shower? Let's go
aft
take a
the
shower.
control room, next compartment.
How did you open that
Watch your
one?
head as you go through the watertight door.
It's a
Take a shower.
It's a shower?
Yep.
Holy crap.
And there's the toilet.
Why
The
do you do
radio
that,
room?
babe?
It's not, dear. It's in here.
Good Lord. That's a tight fit.
Yeah.
Now you gotta crawl through that kind of hole, Robert.
Yep.
It's like being tall.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't know, but.
Going through a bulkhead. Here's the toilet. I'm going through it.
The diving officer's set of controls can be electrically connected to control both the diving planes and rudder, and also can control the dorsal rudder located on the aft end of the sail.
How come in the movies it looks
Standing directly
bigger?
behind these seats was the chief of the watch. At his station was the Christmas tree. A panel of red and green lights that indicated the condition of
Authorize
all
when
the
it goes
openings
up.
in the ship's hull that could cause flooding in the boat. The red circle indicated that a valve or hatch was open, and a straight green light meant that it was closed. Before the boat was submerged, the chief of the watch would call out "straight board" so that the conning officer would know that all hull openings were shut and it was safe to dive. The chief of the watch also was the ballast control panel operator, the trim manifold operator, and air manifold operator.
Oh,
No scan.
dude, get on the.
somewhere. This is where I'd want to be.
Can you go? Yeah, fuck yeah.
Roomiest place on it.
Hell yeah.
So this was a red button you push.
Across from the bridge access door is the ship's navigation center, where the quartermaster of the watch was stationed. The quartermasters were responsible for maintaining and projecting the ship's path of travel, or the ship's track. Note the three different colored buttons on the instrument panel to the right of the seats. These are the switches for sounding the ship's alarms. Green for diving, red for collision, and yellow for general. Above the raised platform is the ship's periscope, and it is here that the conning officer, usually the captain or the executive officer, stood his watch. Unlike today's sophisticated periscopes with radar, radio, TV, and infrared capabilities, our periscope only had a basic set of optics. The two seats to the left were occupied by the diving officer, the inboard seat, and the helmsman, the outboard seat. The diving officer's set of controls could be electrically connected to control both the diving planes and rudder, and also could control the dorsal rudder located on the aft end of the sail. Standing directly behind these seats was the chief of the watch. At his station was the Christmas tree,
a panel of red and green lights that indicated the condition of all the openings in the ship's hull that could cause flooding of the boat. A red circle indicated that a valve or hatch was open, and a straight green light meant that it was closed. Before the boat was submerged, the chief of the watch would call out, "Straight board," so that the conning officer would know that all hull openings were shut and it was safe to dive. The chief of the watch also was the ballast control panel operator, the trim manifold operator, and air manifold operator.
Oh, wait a second.
Bridge con, this is the captain. I have the con. Prepare the bridge for submerged operations. Con bridge. The captain has the con. Prepare the bridge for submerged operations, aye. Look out, lay below. Lay below, aye.
On the carrier.
Quartermaster, sounding. Sounding, aye. Down louder. Sounding 650 feet, sir. Very well.
That's crazy.
Down louder.
Oh, yeah.
Sir, the windshield has been properly stowed. The clams
The windshield on a
submarine. Last man down. Upper and lower hatches are shut, sir. Very well. Diving officers, submerge the ship. Make your depth 150 feet. Use 10-degree down bubble. Submerge the ship. Make my depth 150 feet, 10-degree down bubble, aye, sir. Keep it watch.
It's outdoors.
Submerge the ship. Submerge the ship.
Oh, God.
He's up like a cat.
Kenny.
Hold on, I'm doing an experiment.
Dive.
There. Sorry.
Kenny. 55.
55 people in this thing?
5 crew, yeah.
Yeah, nah.
There's that compass, babe. Down there.
Lobster.
Oh, they had lobster.
Yeah, lobster.
That's the compass.
Oh, cool. There's
That's
another.
room.
The sonar room. Oh, we got to go in there.
And here's the washing machine on where the dryer is.
The gyroscope compass.
Can you imagine if you got in a fight with someone on here, like pissed off at you? How do you get away?
Yeah.
How do you keep from not
Killing
seeing
someone.
them? Like, I'm pissed off in this little quarters.
Go up to the sonar room.
That is everything. This is quite the exercise.
To the sonar room. Oh, cool. Me and Robert are gonna do the sonar. We're gonna launch the missile, sir. We're gonna find out where everybody is. This is cool. It's cool while we're on the ground. I don't know if it'd be that cool if we were a shit ton of water underground, underwater.
I don't know, how much movement,
Yeah.
we've experiencing side to side in one of these things.
I'm with you. Well, there's all kinds of stuff back here. I guess because this shuts.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, let's go. On to the next one.
Now looks like we're going into the mess hall.
All right, there we go. Big boy's got to go through another.
Yeah.
Big boy's got to go through another bulkhead.
I go in there. They don't have a place where you can fry.
Pop off.
Oh,
You lay down on the fryer on the very end. You can do some French fries or something.
there's Robert's station over here.
I actually laid it down.
You did?
He laid it down on the bed.
You laid it on the bed?
But he don't want to have a slumber party here.
There's Robert's station out for the dishwashing. I just give you shit.
Right here.
More galley.
Yeah, He tells you about they lobster.
Brew.
Some more coffee.
See, he'd be standing right
Go
here
in
and
there
getting
and
more
watch
coffee.
Yeah. That's a stove, I guess. There.
And here to the galley. Here's their stove tops. All their controls. Floor. Sink.
I can't picture cooking in such a tiny kitchen.
Wow. And doing it all underwater.
Underwater.
I would be saying I'm not underwater. Wanna play some checkers?
And then the other side over there is the sinks for their dishwashing and such. And it's not very big. I mean, this is not big at all. You can see me in here.
Why do you see the water fountain? Have a water fountain.
You come out here. And then over here to this side is the dishes where they did all their dishes, washing and stuff. And then
Water fountain.
that's where they would give them back or take them in, the dirty and clean dishes. And have a little bitty water fountain. And here we have the little mess hall.
It was not unusual for a boat going to sea for a long time to have cases and cannons
So how do you get in your bed and
space
lay
became
down
available
and
for
lie down?
designated food lockers.
This is in your way.
As indicated earlier, a second sanitary zone was
Four
also
guy on
located
top, the other crawled up here.
Yeah.
I'm sure they use these.
You might step on the
The crew mess.
And then you have to get up in the middle of the night and just go to the bathroom and step on somebody's
It's down that
arm
way.
coming down.
Yeah.
Crew's quarters aft.
Can only accommodate 18 crewmen at a time. That was it. They were dying in 3 shifts.
Holy
15
crap.
minutes.
Dude, they have this goes all the way.
Scoop it, you know?
This goes back
Yeah.
to another one. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's, I don't know.
No way. No, fat boy can't even fit in here.
They're gonna say it's cheaper back then.
Holy crap. Man. And that's what they slept in here.
1,000 pounds a ham.
And then here's the other view. That's in front of me. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more right there. And then back in through here, that's where we came in. It leads to the cruise mess. This is unbelievable. It's cool though. I don't think I'd want to do this. Oh, okay. And this is the other side with their lockers and such. And then I just don't see how they did this. This is back through here. Good Lord. That would not be meant for a fat boy, I guarantee you.
Oh yeah.
Come over here, Brian. Back up. Don't hit your leg. Back up. So me and Robert were reading. They consumed 4,000 pounds of beef, 3,000 pounds of sugar, 1,200 pounds of coffee, 120 pounds of tea.
Wow.
Eggs, 11,520 eggs.
Wow.
And you had 15 minutes to eat. Card tournaments and games were held here as the air grew thick with cigarette smoke. They smoked in here.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
Did you read that, Robert? They
Wouldn't wanna be
smoked while
here
they played
smoking.
games.
Yeah.
So I bet it was thick as fog in here.
I'll let you go. Let my baby go first through here.
You couldn't be.
I know you can't. You can't.
No, you couldn't.
I know you had to be a skinny boy.
So you can be like, I want to join. You're like, no.
Yep.
Oh, here's another toilet. Okay. So you won't have to walk far, Robert.
Do what?
There's another toilet right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys. Jockeys.
Oh, and a shower. Okay. So we have a shower right here and a toilet right here. Right by the bunks. That's nice. I thought you had to go all the way back down there. Oh my gosh. That's insane.
Look at that. Everything's cozy in here.
On both sides are sound isolated rooms for the diesel engines. These high-speed engines turn generators that produce the electricity to drive the main motors, charge the storage batteries, and provide service power for lights, hot water, cooking, and other
Here we go to another one.
These lightweight aluminum engines had a history of frequent breakdowns. One consideration for retiring Albacore was the cost of either installing new engines or starting up a long dormant production line to make additional repair parts. Above your head, between the two engine spaces, is the after escape trunk. This trunk served the same purpose.
Let's see what's in here.
The same way as the one in the Albacore.
Holy shit, dude.
Located just after the escape trunk is an area known as maneuvering. At its
Wow.
center is the propulsion cubicle. The cubicle was the watch station for the main power electricians. It was here that electricity from the main generators or the battery.
Main generators.
Main motors.
Lieutenant Hunter. I was in maneuvering during one of our deep dives when I
Wow.
heard a crackling sound and saw smoke come out of the cubicle. Electrician Tony Zimbar secured the power to the main motors and announced, "Fire in the cubicle." The smoke stopped, so Tony then announced, "Fire's out." When Tony tried to restore power to the motors, nothing happened. He then notified control he was unable to answer any bells. Whatever burned in the cubicle had disabled the main motors. So here we were at test depth and slowing down with no way to propel ourselves to the surface. It was a couple of heartbeats later when I felt and heard the emergency blow
Wow.
system activated and we started on our way up to the surface.
Wowee. Oh. Wow.
Thing goes.
Way down there.
Brum, brum.
Ooh.
Our first test was from 100 feet at dead start. The boat rose rapidly to the surface. The second test was to be from 500, but the captain decided to do one from 300 instead. When the blow began, the boat immediately took a huge angle to start it, and it stayed that way until we reached the surface. The engineers told us that the sail acted like an extra control surface because we had no
You see this?
forward speed on.
600 gallons of potable water per day. It's used for engine batteries, cooking, and crew.
500 feet
Wow.
and shot to the surface just fine.
Take the salt water and turn it
For
into
almost
drink
19
water.
years, Albacore served the Navy as an experimental vessel.
Way back in the
Albacore
day.
demonstrated the use of several types of stowed sonar devices, tested 4 different propulsion and control surface arrangements, evaluated several combined instrumentation panel displays, used sound quieting techniques for rotating machinery, introduced aviation-type controls, and evaluated a more effective ballast tank flow system. This completes your tour. To exit, please step up and over the propeller shafts and go out through the door on the other side. Should you have any questions about Albacore, please inquire at the museum counter. And
This
thank
is
you for
awesome.
visiting the historic ship Albacore.
Willing to open it.
Wow. Imagine hearing this baby on the dang shaft right there. Going out to the props.
Hey, buddy. It's one of my cylinders. Look on the neck ring. Lindy.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. I'll take a video of that. Send to corporate. I'm trying to get a picture of that date. Because if they have one of the original ones that actually has the swastika, well,
Which one'd you make?
the steel cylinders.
Oh, okay.
Because once these came on, I guarantee I wish I could get a good, because there's a swastika in there. Because all these came over, the old ones came over from Germany when Werner von Braun they took over, shipped it all into New Mexico. Yeah. Alright, pass off. Dude, this is awesome. Is that one of mine too? No, that's a Graves company. It was last tested in 64. 64 with double pressure, and then extended out so that they'd have it from to 74, which should be their next test, which is 1974.
Boy.
Very cool. That was awesome. He survived it. Here, give me. Cool, we got a dude, those are wicked, those props on that thing.
Counter rotating too.
And there she is.
Off the same shaft. So it must be a shaft inside of the shaft.
That, my friends, was an old force to be reckoned with right there. That is amazing. That is just awesome. Look at that. That is so awesome. Look at the size of the. And these are on the old ones too. That's amazing. Here's the inside. This is the gift shop at the Albacore. Very nice place. Have everything, typical things. They've got t-shirts and USS Albacore caps. Very nice place.
Snap rolling at high speed when they tried to turn. So I mean, they tried a lot of different things on this thing that was really instrumental in kind of figuring out what to do in the future. That's why on the patch it
says this is a submarine rescue buoy. This submarine rescue buoy is used in older U.S. submarines. 2 buoys, forward, 1 aft, will be attached to the submarine and released in the event of a serious accident or sinking. The buoy remained attached to the submarine by a steel cable. Once at the surface, it would indicate to the rescuers the position of the submarine and may have included a telephone for communication for those trapped submariners. Modern U.S. submarines do not carry a rescue buoy. Now we're at the Memorial Garden at the Albacore.
spooked them. The only way we got to get home.
Well, that was awesome.
It was awesome.
The Albacore. This thing is awesome. Don't know that I would ever want to be underwater in this thing, but I give all the credit to the brave sailors and submariners that did it for us. But yeah, I just don't know. It was a fun time. It was a fun time. We enjoyed it. Looking forward to do a lot more stuff like this now that we've shaken off the winter doldrums, and we'll be off to our next adventure here pretty soon. Because like today, it's getting up into the 60s, so it's a good time to start doing things again. But we will see you on the next one.